Over the next few minutes, we're going to show you how to install the Zing Floor Care Technology on top of the existing finish. Many contractors and custodians have taken the Zing technology and installed it on top of floors they were sure needed to be stripped. This installation without stripping will work 95% of the time. The other 5% of the floors need to be stripped first. Once Zing is installed and you follow basic maintenance procedures, you should be able to maintain great-looking floors, spending up to 70% less labor hours and using up to 30% less material than what is being spent now. You can do this and never have to strip again. Follow the simple steps below and see why Zing is the thing for floor care. Installing Zing on top of existing finish. Whether you know what brand or type of finish is present on the floor, you can install Zing on top without removing or stripping the existing finish. Step 1. Treat the dust mop. Use Zing Dust Control and spray one spray for every 6-inch length of mop. We recommend a microfiber dust mop. It will pick up and release loose dust and dirt the best. Step 2. Dust mop the floor. Empty the dust mop and retreat every 3,000 square feet. The dust and dirt will stick to the microfiber like a magnet and not be left behind on the floor. Therefore, the dust mop needs to be cleaned. Step 3. Spray the edges. Use undiluted Zing Floor Prep. When scrubbing a classroom with this process, pre-spray floor prep undiluted on any marks in the center of the floor, such as areas that were marked by desks and chairs. These areas will come clean when scrubbing the floor. Step 4. Measure floor prep in a mop bucket, 8 ounces per gallon with cold water. Be sure to measure the floor prep. More or less will not work better. Step 5. Mop the floor. Allow 5 minutes dwell time. Dwell time allows for the floor prep to start lifting the embedded dirt from the finish without removing the finish. Step 6. Scrub the floor. Use a regular black strip pad under a low-speed, side-to-side machine. Add weights for best results. Add 125-pound weight for a machine with 3/4 horsepower motor and 2 25-pound weights for a machine with a 1.5 horsepower motor. Adding weights increases the efficiency of your machine. Step 7. Pick up dirty solution. Use a wet vac and be sure to pick up all dirty solution. Step 8. Rinse the floor. Measure 2 ounces floor prep per gallon with cold water. Rinsing is very important, so you remove any dirty solution left behind after vacuuming. Step 9. CPC burnish. Use a medium-grade hair pad under any type of high-speed burnishing machine. If you're working on a laminate floor, use a light-grade hair pad. Measure a 3-inch ribbon of Zing CPC, cleaning and polishing compound, for every 1,000 square feet of floor. For best results, CPC burnish the floor while it's still damp and not completely dry. Damp burnishing assists in closing the pores of the finish. Step 10. Dust mop again. Be sure to empty the dust mop and retreat every 3,000 square feet. This step is very important, so you leave nothing behind on the floor to mix with the new finish. Step 11. Apply Zing Ultra Reflections floor finish. The number of coats applied is based on the desired look. When applying the finish, you can also use a floor finish dispensing valve to pour the finish from the gallon container onto the floor. When applying multiple coats, apply the Ultra Reflections floor finish undiluted. When applying single coats, cut the finish in half with water. 1 gallon makes 2. The 3 pictures tell it all. The upper left photo shows the floor before we started. The floor had only 2 coats of finish and was in need of repair. The upper right photo is the same floor after we scrubbed with Floor Prep and CPC burnished. And then the bottom photo is the same floor after 2 coats of Ultra Reflections floor finish has been applied. You be the judge. Why strip when you really don't need to? Thank you for your attention.